Welcome to My Utmost for His Highest for October 30th. Faith. The verse is Hebrews 11, verse 6. Let's take a look at that. Hebrews 11 is called the Hall of Faith, which is exciting. I'll start with verse 1. Now faith is being sure of what we hope for, and certain of what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. And then it goes on and it lists several great heroes of the Bible. And then we're going to jump down to verse 5. By faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. And now verse 6. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. Faith in active opposition to common sense is mistaken enthusiasm and narrow-mindedness. And common sense in opposition to faith demonstrates a mistaken reliance on reason as the basis for truth. The life of faith brings the two of these into the proper relationship. Common sense and faith are as different from each other as the natural life is from the spiritual, and as impulsiveness is from inspiration. Nothing that Jesus Christ ever said is common sense, but revelation sense. Ooh, I like that, revelation sense. And is complete, whereas common sense falls short. Yet, faith must be tested and tried before it becomes real in your life. We know that all things work together for good, Romans 8:28, so that no matter what happens, the transforming power of God's providence transforms perfect faith into reality. Faith always works in a personal way because the purpose of God is to see that perfect faith is made real in His children. That was really good. I'm going to back that one up and read that again. Faith always works in a personal way because the purpose of God is to see that perfect faith is made real in His children. For every detail of common sense in life, there is a truth God has revealed by which we can prove in our practical experience what we believe God to be. Faith is a tremendously active principle that always puts Jesus Christ first. The life of faith says, Lord, you have said it. It appears to be irrational, but I am going to step out boldly, trusting in your word. For example, see Matthew 6:33. Turning intellectual faith into our personal possession is always a fight, not just sometimes. God brings us into particular circumstances to educate our faith because the nature of faith is to make the object of our faith very real to us. Until we know Jesus, God is merely a concept and we can't have faith in Him. But once we hear Jesus say, "He who has seen me has seen the Father," we immediately have something that is real, and our faith is limitless. Faith is the entire person in the right relationship with God through the power of the Spirit of Jesus Christ. Wow, there was a lot in there. But it's true, that you have common sense and then you have faith. And, the world looks at what we call faith and they're just like, that doesn't make any sense, right? But I love it because it's not just the common sense. We're going on our faith in God, which is supernatural, right? And it's going to look hard to the world, and it looks hard to us sometimes too, because we just can't believe that that's, what we're going to be doing or what God's plan is. But it's really exciting to go on faith because I don't want to believe in a God where I can understand everything about Him, right? I want to be able to have faith in Him. I want Him to be so big that I don't understand it all, and that a lot of times it doesn't make sense, because then I realize, hey, He knows more, He has a bigger plan, and I'm going to put my faith in Him, right? So I hope today you go out not trusting your common sense, but God's sense, right? Just put your trust in Him, and He's going to lead you today, and just walk by faith like all of those heroes. If you have not read Hebrews 11, I encourage you to read Hebrews 11. It's the Hall of Faith, kind of like the Hall of Fame for biblical characters. And you can read all these people who had great faith, and that will really just encourage you today to be walking by faith. Have a wonderful, faith-filled day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. You can order your own copy of the My Utmost for His Highest devotional book by going to utmost.org. And I would love to answer any questions you may have about faith in Jesus. Just email me through my website, nancyjoytoyou.com. And I hope you go out and shine for Him today. See you tomorrow.